Slight disclaimer guys, this is not a sponsored video nor am I affiliated with any party selling this camera or the company itself. So with that said, let's begin the review for the ELECAM Action Camera Explorer 4K. Now, first things first, I purchased this camera on an online website called gearbest.com. It's a pretty good website. It's just that recently I've been purchasing stuff from there and one of my orders has been delayed about a month, I think. The due date was early this month and it's almost 2017 and my parcel hasn't arrived yet, so I'm pretty pissed about that, but let's just get into the review. So I purchased this online at gearbest.com for I can't remember what was the price, but I will put the link in the description box below, just so you guys can check it out. So I purchased this camera because I was wanting to start my YouTube channel, some decent quality videos. So the first choice of my purchase was action cameras, and so I went on Google to search for action cameras, and surely lots of them showed up. GoPro, ELECAM, Firefly, ELECAM, just to name a few, and they were all pretty expensive. The least expensive ones were ELECAM and this ELECAM, which I think it's only on gearbest.com because I haven't seen it anywhere else, at least not the authentic ones. So it's pretty cheap. It's about 270 Malaysian ringgit, which translates to about I'll say $60, 60 USD, about that. It has Wi-Fi, it has 4K, it is waterproof in the case, of course. So more about that later. Let's jump right into the specs. So guys, as the name suggests, this is a action camera, which means that it must include some basic action camera features such as waterproof. Of course, you need a case like I said just now. The waterproof depth is actually 30 meters underwater, which is pretty good, and the viewing angle is actually 170 degree wide angle shot. Unlike GoPro and all the other expensive brands, it has a fisheye distortion, I think that's what you call it, in the footage. If you're shooting on a straight line right ahead, you will see a slight curve at both edges of the footage, which is pretty annoying sometimes, and some of my friends and relatives actually told me that you'll feel dizzy watching it, so it's probably not that good. And it actually includes a microphone, and of course the audio output is a speaker, and the storage, it actually uses micro SD card like the more standard action cameras. But this camera sadly only supports up to 64 gigabytes of storage, which is the maximum storage that you can get in this camera. There's actually an LCD screen, which is a 2.0 inches LTPS LCD screen, and the battery life is around 2 hours. It's a 3.7 volt 1050 milliamp lithium ion battery, which is rechargeable. The dimension is actually 29.8 times 59.2 times 41 millimeters, which is pretty small. You can fit that in your pocket. It's smaller than your phone. Of course, it's about the size of a MP3 player. Let's get down to the software specs. Now moving on to the software specs, it actually has Wi-Fi which connects to your phone. There's the app for it. I think in both Android and Apple's App Store, which allows you to basically monitor your footage recording or live. It's instantaneous, it's great, and you can control basic settings like start, stop recording, or change the frame rate, or you can change the let's say you want to switch from HD to 2.7K, which is actually a pretty decent footage. I would say more about that later. So the video formatting is obviously MP4. There's loop recording, there's slow motion, and the you can take pictures on this camera also. Obviously, the resolutions are 16 megapixels, 12 megapixels, 8 megapixels, all the way down to 2 megapixels. It supports burst photos for 3 photos per second, which is pretty good. And you can play back the footage that you shot on your camera. And shooting mode, there's single shot, self-timed, and continuous shooting. Actually, time-lapse in this camera is great, but it's just that the duration is too fast. It's probably more suitable for, say, sunrise, sunset, maybe. The slowest one is 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 20 seconds, and all the way up to a minute. Of course, there's date stamp, white balanced, EV compensation, shutter control, PC camera, rotate 180 degrees, and the operating system is actually pretty good. It supports Windows, Vista, Adobe, MIUI 7 or Mac operating systems. The languages available is the standard, more widely used languages such as English, French, German, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, and Chinese, because it is a Chinese brand. So naturally it would include Chinese language in the language settings. So that wraps it up, guys, for the specs. So from what I learned from using this camera for about 3 months or so, is that at least I think that this camera is more suitable for outdoor usage, such as in some of my early vlogs or journey videos, which I will include here. As you can see, the footage is pretty clear, and because I set it on a stable surface, which basically reduces the shakiness down to 0. But if you were to hold it in hand, like one of the footage that I shot on the bike, which we will see that the shakiness is really obvious. So basically, this camera is great for what it was originally intended for. Now I say originally intended for, but you can use it for basically anything you want. But this was meant for extreme sports, normal sports, whatever sports, things that you will achieve with this camera that basically normal DSLR cameras or point and shoot cameras that are not waterproof. So you will use this camera, which is pretty handy. You can just stuff in your pocket, take it out when you want to use it, and just start shooting. This camera comes with all the accessories that you will ever need, at least for most users, but me personally, I would like to purchase some more accessories, such as the chest strap, the head strap. So those are the things that you will get in the package, which I will show you right now. What you get in the package when you first get the box is this box, which is pretty nice box, and it slides open just like that. And it's pretty sturdy, has all the specs on it, and you will get the camera itself. Of course, this compartment was meant for the camera, but I actually took it out and used it for a few times and decided that this was a good spot to keep all the other accessories that I can't fit in this bigger box. So this is the SanDisk micro SD card with the adapter that I purchased also from gearbags.com. It was pretty cheap too, and it includes a USB cable, a micro USB cable, to a normal USB cable in the box, and it includes a wiping cloth in this bag for the camera, and then you have the big box which contains all the accessories. As you can see, there's a manual inside which you can read to get all the functions set up. Actually, the accessories are pretty useful to say the least, but I'm not the tech guy, or nor am I a camera guy, so I'll figure this out sometime later, which I'll just tell you what's inside right now. These are the mounts that you get, a lot of mounts. Actually, I don't think I need any more mounts.
These are the mounts, and
this is the there's a screw hole here, and you can just slide the camera in, and this is the adhesive side, and the straps which you can use to strap it on your hand or whatever.
More mounts, and you want more mounts.
And there's a spare back door for the waterproof camera case, and there are these cables, and the adhesive sponge inside. And what you get on the bottom of the box is basically the warranty card for your camera. In case anything happens to it, you can seek help from gearbytes.com or the original manufacturer of this camera, which is ELECAM. Again, this camera, it provides some really good quality and service for its price. So guys, this is what you get in the box with the camera. It actually comes with a pretty sturdy waterproof case, which I've tested it out in my Penang vlog, which I will include here. It's actually a pretty good camera for its price.
Hey guys, this is just a voiceover of my review because my camera died out halfway through. But basically there's a fisheye distortion to the image and the footage recorded, but other than that everything's perfectly fine. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and leave a like if you like this video, and share it to your friends. See you next time.